We managed to do it again. We lost to the Washington Redskins on their turf, where we had more fans present than they did. And they haven't won there since early 2018, but against the Lions today, they got a victory. We had a lead in the game. We've had a lead in all 11 games we've played this season, and we've blown 8 of those leads. We are 3-7-1. I mean, that is a failure, right? I'm salty about this loss. I'm pretty salty about it. I'm about as salty as my taint is after a walk from the sideline to the losing locker room. I don't want to talk about the state of my team. I will tell you this right now. Turnovers hurt us today, but the biggest turnover next year should be in the head coaching position. And I don't want to talk about the Lions, so ask me other questions.
Coach, what are your thoughts on Redskins owner Daniel Snyder?
Well, from a freedom of speech standpoint, Daniel Snyder is a twat. That's just my opinion. Here's a guy who benefits from freedom of speech because the Supreme Court ruled that's what allows him to continue using the controversial Redskins name and logo. But he stifles that same freedom to the fans of Washington by forbidding them to bring signs into the stadium at home games. He actively works to silence thousands of voices on a regular basis because he doesn't like the mean things people say about him. How does such a thick-headed human being have a skin that thin? He makes billions of dollars on an image that is a bigger stereotype than Bose. I think they should keep the name Redskins. I do. I think they should change the logo to a cartoon of Daniel Snyder flush with rage and steam coming out of his ears, because that's what he reminds me of every time someone is critical of him or his team. He is proof that even if you're worth billions of dollars, you can be a complete and utter failure. I imagine his mother is very disappointed in his decisions. But again, that's just my opinion.
How do you feel about the quarterback woes for the Redskins?
Well, from a failure standpoint, the Washington Redskins have had 21 starting quarterbacks since 1999 when Daniel Snyder bought the team. 10 of those players were first-round selections, and 5 of them were top 3 picks in the draft. What a roller coaster of emotion for Redskins fans. How much does Daniel Snyder love amusement parks? I'll tell you. He bought Six Flags theme parks, became the chairman, and ran them into Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Daniel! Carousels were not the answer back then, and a quarterback carousel is not the answer in the NFL. How does this guy not learn from his mistakes, right? He's bad at business. He's having trouble selling tickets to NFL games at $4 a pop. If he has a heart in his body, which I don't think he does, but if there's anything pumping blood through that body of his, I would say move the team. Send them across the pond to England and change the name to the London Redcoats. Or maybe he finds some sort of brain, and he goes through all Six Flags that he kept as mementos from his failed theme park business experiment. He finds the white one and he waves it in surrender. Give up, Daniel. Give the people of Washington something to hope for and give up.